Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're getting back to Week Hero Class 2. This is episode 2. I really enjoyed the first episode with how everything built to the levels. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, what a great way to start off a second season of this amazing show. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see if we pick up right where we left off.
Yeah, the dislike, the emotionally charged story that we were getting in Class 1. They just kept it rolling right into the new class. So I'm excited to see how episode 2 brings.
I'm with you. The answer on that one. I'm really hoping we actually pick up right where we left off because there was some decent tension there, so to speak. So let's go.
wanted to pick up where we left off.
Good.
This guy's face sometimes.
선 넘지 말라고.
Now there's the sound. Remember they had it blocked out.
연시은 야이 개새끼야. 너 내가 그동안 존나 봐주고 있던 거 너 알고 있냐?
yeah.
어? 몰랐지?
Oh! Wow, he went all the way back for that punch.
Oh,
Whoa, why is he just taking it?
what is he doing?
Did he just need some motivation or what?
No, he's trying so hard to resist. I get it, but still, I'm surprised he's taking that many hits. I'm not saying he has to fight back, but I'm surprised he's allowing the hits.
맷집 좋네? 맷집 좋아. 어.
Taking his best shots.
I am shocked. Well, I shouldn't be, but I guess I wasn't expecting him to take those hits.
Maybe he made a vow after Class 1, I'm not going to fight again.
Again, I'm not saying he should
I'll
be fighting.
stand up for myself, but I won't fight again. I don't know.
I thought for sure he'd be doing some kind of like defense, like.
그냥 정학분인 건데 왜 대회를 못 나가냐고. 자퇴도 퇴학도 아닌데.
그러니까 바쿠 새끼는 왜 주장이 돼가지고.
Oh.
That.
야 걔들 살아난 있대?
아우 씨발 진짜.
저는 좀 진짜 씨.
야,
알죠 이 새끼.
나 안 되겠다.
야 잠깐만 나와봐. 나.
Yeah.
하이, 맷집 좋네? 맷집 좋아.
상대의 어깨가 열리는 순간을 포착해야 한다.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
He's gonna let him make. He's gonna make an ass of himself.
All right,
Exactly.
that's
Yep,
what I was
that's the
waiting
plan.
on.
He took like his 3 best shots and then he missed.
Oh, now, whoa, what is he doing?
Easy.
너 지금 나 장난하냐? 아, 씨, 새끼. 야,
He just exposed him.
야, 지금 뭐 하자는 거야? 어? 야, 뭐 하자는 거야? 씨발 그만! 야!
Oh, it's awesome.
야, 이 최만 병신아. 야, 그리고 네가 꺼지라고 하면 내가 꺼져야 되냐?
Oh.
힘들면 숨이나 좀 제대로 쉬고 말해, 족봐봐.
Oh.
어디서 바쿠 코스프레세요?
씨발, 너 지금 뭐라 그랬냐?
Oh, did this just start?
Do we have different groups of bullies here? It's like gang turf.
바쿠 따까리 새끼 됐냐 이 개새끼야? 넌 씨발 바쿠 없었으면은
Oh.
효만아,
May or may not have done that before.
Oh, we have video of you doing it to me.
Well, just like that.
체육관은 씨발 바닥 미끄럽잖아 거기. 너도 이 씨발 새끼야. 나와 이
나오잖아.
Brilliant.
The old roundhouse right in front of the nose. Classic.
Well, he touched the nose.
He, very good accuracy with his kick.
가자.
보건실.
I mean, what do the nurses at these schools do when kids show up just beat to shit?
고맙다라는 말을 진짜 들으려고 했던 건 아닌데 좀 그렇네? 싸가지가 없는 거야 아니면 재수가 없는 거야?
고마워.
I mean, this happens in the school in the States. You got to call the cops, you know?
보건실 가자니까. 아, 우리는 보건실 못 가.
Huh? Is that your name?
Yeah, it looked like your name. Yeah, the rainbow, the hand holding.
후시딘이 주성분이 항생제 성분이거든. 그래서 세균 감염 열심될 때는 후시딘 꼭 발라야 돼. 왜냐면
Just put it in his hand.
Pulse of germs.
왜 그랬어? 애들 폰 왜 돌려줬냐고.
Didn't want to be a coward.
뉴턴 제3법칙 옳은 작용에는 옳은 반작용이 따른다.
I'm not sure it says good and good.
Yeah, I don't know.
그런 뜻 아닌데.
That's exactly not what it means.
춘태, 괜찮아? 춘태군 다이저브 데스까? 춘태군,
나 진짜 오늘
It's the music.
Yeah.
눈앞이 까매졌다가 하얘졌다가 근데 꾸르토피스 아이템 덕분에 산 것 같아.
근데 나 1년 들어 그의 숨결을 아사오리. 마다요.
Yes.
Like, what am I into here?
What is going on with these guys? He's like their hero for stepping up, I guess.
아까 그거는 근데 싸움이 아니지. 왜? 연시는 그 새끼 주먹 한 많이 들었는데 그게 어떻게 싸움이야? 맷집 뒤?
아 그리고 연시은 걔 이 눈빛이 이상해. 존나 또라이 같은 그지?
작년에 연신 전학 오자마자 최유만이랑 바로 시비 붙었었잖아. 최유만이 연시은 전학 온 동네에 연락을 싹 돌린 거야. 그 새끼에 대해서 좀 알아보려고 간 보려고.
Like playing like Western music in the background.
분신 만들어놨다는 거지. 아령으로 대가리 찢고 가위로 모가지 찌르고. 그 사건 그 동네에서 존나 유명해.
That's fucking legend there.
못 건드리고 주둥이 맡으라고 했잖아.
He's just like, oh,
에이, 지랄.
that's ridiculous.
연시은 공부 존나 잘하잖아. 근데 왜 은장을 얻겠냐? 사고를 그냥 어마무시하게 쳤어.
Yep.
야 니들 그 확인도 안 된 소문으로 애들 뒷담 까고 그러지 말자.
Well, call around.
아 담배 냄새.
You guys reek of smoke.
존나 맛있네.
Man, I'm cool.
너 뭐냐? 뭐가?
뭐냐고.
갈 길 가세요.
Oh, running into each other one-on-one, no crowds, nobody around. That's when you find out what.
근데 채영은 존나 쪽팔리겠다.
근데 씨발 나름.
Oh boy.
최유만이 아무리 그래.
Look at him walking around with his tail between his legs now.
Oh, the old walking up and everybody.
소문처럼 사페 아닌 것 같다고. 그 뒤에서 뒷담 까지 말라고 하던데. 고탁이 편 존나 들어준.
카바 쳐준 새끼한테 뒤통수 맞으면은 아주 개빡치는 거. 어?
believe ingrate was the word you were looking
Yeah, I
for.
think so.
Ungrate.
Ungrate.
Ungraded?
루테인은 공부할 때 눈 건강에 좋고 마그네슘은 잠 잘 온다고 해서 너 학교에서 많이 자는 것 같길래 오늘 고마웠어.
He just always puts his
Just has
stuff
to
right
put
in
it
his
in
hand.
his hand.
맞아요. 저도 수능 전날 정말 잠이 안 와서 억지로 막 잠을 청했던 기억이 있거든요. 근데 오히려 그렇게 억지로 자려고 하면 또 맞아요. 저는 시간 말고 6월 5일까지 정말은 목요일 제대로 못 자서
Guys, remember taking mock tests before the actual test?
Oh, God.
Man. I remember we had to take a mock ACT in high school. It's like, man, if I don't do good on the mock tests,
I just went in and did the real deal. One take.
oh,
Wow, good job.
little one take Mason Quinn.
오늘은 안 졸려? 점심시간에 안 자네?
Magnesium.
Magnesium worked.
효과 있는 것 같더라.
뭐? 마그네슘?
고마워.
Thanks.
이게 내가 진짜 좋은 거 있는데 그거 이따가 올라가서 내가 그거 한번 먹어봐. 그게 종합 비타민은 매일 챙겨 먹어주는 게 중요한데 종합 비타민 딱 밥 먹고 10분 30분에 먹으면 왜 물도 안 하고 배가 좋아.
What was that? Just
앞에 있는 거
Your mouth is full.
숨기고 말하는 게 어떨까?
He's excited.
나는 점심시간에 이렇게 편하게 있었던 적이 없어가지고.
Hey, look at that.
wow.
여기 있었어. 한참 찾았잖아.
Gosh, here we go.
준아 아니 어제 좀 미안해가지고 내가 이게 분노 조절 장애가 이게 야 미안하다 진짜 준태 씨나 준태 씨 미안하게 생각해 야 해치워
Exactly.
사과하러 온 사람한테 너무하네 좀 뭐 딴 거는 아니고 저기 저 포랭이 새끼 하나 보이지 저 새끼 저거 뭐 농구 동아리다 뭐다 존나 깝치고 다니는데 저거 씨발 다 코스프레야 그냥 걔 양아치 새끼거든 새끼가 너 깐다고 벼르고 있더라
Like he's gonna believe anything he says.
뭐야 저거? 최유만이 왜 연신이랑 같이 있어?
둘이 화해하나?
얼마
He did that for optics.
개새끼 계속 보라보네 저거 놔두지 마 가만히 있어
Is he gonna tell him, "Oh, Si-eun said he could take you," or
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
너랑 바쿠 그 개새끼 죽이는데 아주 큰 도움 될지 씨발 아주 진작에 그랬어야 되는 건데 그지
이 씨발 새끼 아주 뒤지고 싶냐?
jeez?
야 시은아 이따 그 사거리 그쪽에서 보자고 전화할게 니들은 슛 연습이나 열심히 하세요
I don't think he's buying.
He can't
He
buy
can't
that.
be. I mean, we've only seen him for a little bit here, but he can't be that stupid to believe that.
No.
No.
Oh, this episode's getting good, boys.
세연아, 나 화장실 좀 갔다.
Oh no, don't do that. Not alone.
준태야, 같이 좀 가자.
Ah, shit.
좀 해라 내가 키가만이야 내가 키가 너무 거지 마 야내 주성아 너도 진짜 개 못하던데
You never pass.
실례합니다 아 씨발 냄새 정말 새끼들
Oh,
Gonna
shit.
trash the place.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
아이 씨발 패스 미스네
Yeah. I wonder if one of the takes, the basketball came and hit him back in the face or something. Holy shit.
Oh, you don't think he'll try blaming it on?
Yeah.
제발 학교 안이든 밖이든 쓸데없는 짓들 좀 하지 마라.
Not in his desk.
연신이 웬일이냐? 말도 할 줄 아냐?
그게 아니고 무슨 일이라도 생긴 거면
무슨 일은 뭐 준태 내일 등교하면 나한테 바로 오라.
Very dismissive.
Yeah. What could happen?
Oh,
What could happen here? Nothing.
준태 괜찮아? 아니 아까 고탁 그 새끼가 지네 동아리실 끌고 가더만 농구 동아리실 그 별관 앞에 그 창고 하나 있잖아 봐봐
why is there a punching thing in the back over there? It's floor standing speed
Great.
rating.
He's going to set him up, have him go over there.
지렸다
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to try to make it look like he did it.
Yeah, he wants Si-eun to.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. Go tell him, show up over here and
Oh no.
Man, I just don't get the vibe that Hyun-tae is that stupid to fall for this. He was just beefing with the other guy. Why would Si-eun do it? I don't know. He's going to be in there.
He's gonna be in there, and they're gonna tell him. They're gonna tell Gotak that Si-eun is in there.
they shove him in a locker.
Oh, the old
To do the
80s
setup?
We put him in the locker.
괜찮아? 최유만 맞지?
Mm-hmm.
Of course it was.
고현탁. 고현탁? 연시은이 좀 보자는데.
I hope these kids are putting or connecting all these dots.
채용하니 시은이랑 편 먹고 너랑 바쿠 죽여버린대.
Okay, see what? Come on, see through this shit.
농구 동아리실에서 기다린다고 빨리 오라고. 바쿠 타카리는 껌이라고.
Yeah, see, got to keep in mind too that these are kids, so they might just they're
Yeah.
going on pure emotion too.
Yeah, hopefully he would at least.
야 연시은.
Of course,
Yeah,
the way he looks at people.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they.
Just a little miscommunication right now, guys.
Well, Si-eun probably thinks that Hyun-tak.
Now, see, I hope.
See, he would see a cigarette. He
Yeah.
knows Si-eun doesn't smoke.
Well, does he?
Si-eun doesn't. Well, I get. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hoping he knows it's.
And Baku, he doesn't even. Does Si-eun even know who that is?
I don't think so.
자 집중. 마지막 설명이야. 둘이 붙어서 체력 존나게 빨렸을 때 바로 치고 들어가는 거야. 알겠어?
Jesus, these guys.
연시은도 조질 수 있으면 조지는 걸로. 자 선고탁 후시은 따라해. 선고탁 후시은. 선고탁 후시은. 그렇지 그거야. 응.
나 최호만 처음 만난 것도 여기고. 아 물론 뭐 지금은 바쿠 덕분에 좀 잠잠해지긴 했는데 그래도 혹시 모르니까.
돌아가면 시간 아깝잖아.
Oh. Here we go.
No fighting. Says Baku.
야!
현탁?
Talk before you throw fists or kicks, please.
네가 뭔데 왜 남의 동아리실에서 지랄이야 이 씨발 새끼야.
아 그 진짜 좀 오해가 있는 것 같아.
씨발 빠져라.
때려. 뭐? 어차피 우리 말 안 들을 거잖아. 그냥 때려.
You won't listen.
No, he's
Nice.
너 전에 학교에서 애 하나 죽였다며. 그 뭐 죽은 게 아니라 병신 만들었다고 했나? 식물인간?
Oh.
Was that the?
애새끼가 남의 인생 조져놓고 착한 척하고 지랄이야. 존나 가식적인 새끼가.
Oh.
Yep, those were the words.
Yep.
It got him. Got his pencil.
Oh.
What is?
He was going for it.
on. Jun-tae, say something.
God, he really wants to stab him with that pen.
이 새끼 존나 야비하네 이거. 개새끼가.
Why didn't you say, or why aren't you talking about how you didn't do it?
아니 존나게 롱타임.
Here we
오랜만이야.
go.
개새끼들아. 잘들 놀고 있었어? 씹새끼들아.
Now you're putting it together.
조제!
Oh, we're in it now, boys.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Shit.
Shit. Here we go.
Oh, in the kidneys.
저 또한 이 새끼가. 일동 정지!
Is this Baku?
Oh boy.
뭐야 저 새끼 뭐야 씨발 어? 바쿠 아니야? 바쿠라고?
What are we doing here?
He gets entrance music.
I guess.
What in the fuck is going on here?
Oh, it's the guy on the left from the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
It's a
got
little-
him.
너희 고타 나 좀 감길 것 같지 않냐?
아 지랄야 무슨 머리에 마라탕 말랐냐?
요만스! 우리 효마스는 생각이 어때? 나 좀 감길 것 같아?
아 내가 그 만화를 너가 이게 지금 오해할 수 있어. 충분해. 왜?
He's gonna dunk on him in slides.
What the
What
fuck
is
what is going
totally
on?
different than everything we've seen in week class.
Yeah.
In flops. Doing the
Is
Jordan?
he gonna do the?
Doing Michael?
수평 도달거리.
Oh, he got some
속도
ups.
V의 직업에 비례한다.
What's going on?
Oh, on top of that?
He crowned him.
Crown him, Jimmy King.
I will rule you.
I mean, what an intro.
Like the piano is still just playing on his phone.
Just knocked him out with a basketball?
Have you ever been hit in the face with one?
Not aggressively like that. No,
they can hurt.
For all the fights I've never been in, never one included a basketball.
He's not saying in a fight, like just getting thrown in your face.
I know.
That was it.
There we go. What an introduction to Baku.
Jeez.
Well, that was interesting.
I was waiting for the silhouette of Jordan.
Well, it was weird because it was so different. I mean, this whole scene was different from anything
Totally
we've seen
different.
in the whole first season, and obviously the first episode of this season. I was like shocked. So now I'm kind of thinking, are we going a totally different direction this season, or are we just kind of meeting all of our players here, and any kind of like maybe animosity or arguments that we have now, maybe that all goes away and we do end up focusing on our one baddie in the computer lab who is smashing guys' heads off of keyboards. Maybe that works into it somehow, because as we saw in the intro, you know, everybody's kind of hanging together. So I'm really curious. I mean, if that's the direction we're going to go. I dig this introduction now in episode 2 of kind of meeting all of our characters here. So, I mean, anytime a guy comes with his own entrance music on his phone, you know it's going to be pretty wild.
Quinn shows up to the studio.
So good to see Baku finally, after hearing about him. Oh, you're calling him out. You're just his lackey. You wouldn't be anything without him having your back. And so now we get to meet him. And again, this whole setup that Hyun-tak was trying to put together, I was just like, there is no way this is gonna work, you know, and because it was so obvious to me, the viewer anyway, right?
Hyun is, yep.
Hyun.
And then Go-tak is kind of, they call him.
Yeah, they call them both.
But Hyun is in the orange and blue.
Yeah, Hyun. I just had it written down wrong. Yeah, but I'll correct that now. Thank you for the advices. But it was so obvious to me as the viewer that I'm like, okay, this is going to work. They're going to see through it. They'll put Hyun-tak in his place and we'll go on from there. But definitely, I almost want to use the term world building a little bit, because I feel that that's what we're doing here with all of our characters and kind of seeing everybody's strengths and weaknesses and what their personalities are and where they kind of fit into the hierarchy that we have at school here. That's kind of what we're seeing. So I thought this was a really brilliant episode. Had some touching moments with just a lot of names got thrown at me this episode. Jun-tae. With him, he had that kind of moment about, you know, not being able to go to the nurse's office because they're like, yeah, they'll call him in, and then it just gets worse for me. And then the old expression, the beatings will continue until morale improves, and that's pretty much what they got going on here. And that's why he just takes care of himself. And that was a cool moment where his 3 buddies come in and they're kind of geeking out over what he was able to do, and they kind of have their little spot. We got the basketball clubhouse, and then we got the spot where they're doing the phone. So everybody kind of has their own little base to a certain extent. So I mean, I guess the term world building, I guess, is appropriate here. But I love this episode, even though it took a way hard right turn into something that I wasn't expecting. And definitely, I think this last few minutes, you folks might have to correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like it had more humor and comedy than the entire last season. So it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely not complaining. I like that it's going at least a little bit different here so far. I'm sure it'll pick up and get serious again, but an amazing ride here in episode 2.
Yeah, what a great introduction to Go Tech and Hyun-tak and Baku. It was great to see that get some more characters. We kept seeing, we saw Jun-tae and obviously Si-eun in the opening credits, and we were wondering who the other two were. So it was great to finally get 2 more faces to it. And just what an introduction for Baku. Just coming out to his own music. He's in flip-flops. He's using a basketball as a weapon and is able to take out Hyoman, just knock him right out with the ball right on the top of the head. And so I'm definitely interested in learning more about him and obviously Go-tak, because they're basketball players, but there's going to be more. Obviously, they're going to talk. They're going to have to figure out more and more about what happened to their club room. And it was smart. I like the writing where Si-eun is just like, go ahead and beat me up. Just go ahead.
You're not going to listen.
You're not going to listen to us.
Yep.
So I thought that was perfect because he was so angry, and I was with you too. I was hoping you'd see through that, but you get angry. You see him walking out. You can clearly see that it's trash, and they're walking out of it. Obviously, Si-eun isn't very talkative to begin with, so he's not going to say anything right then and there. But if he would have just listened to Jun-tae, he would have been able to know, he would have known that, the goons threw me in there, and then obviously Hyoman freaking just trashed everything. Because my thing too is he put the cigarette out. I was like, well, Si-eun doesn't smoke, so how can you figure it was him?
Yep.
Jun-tae doesn't smoke, how could you figure it was him? So I don't know. So it's kind of interesting that you just, because you're so enraged, you for lack of better terms, you just go in blindly and try and take each other out. So I thought that was very smart writing. I did like the fact when Go Tech was taking out the trash or whatever, those 3 kids were sitting there talking about, oh, did you hear what he did? He did this, he did that. So they're kind of giving them the information on what happened, and
a lot of levity.
And so with that though, it seems like Go Tech got the wires crossed up, because it seemed like he seemed to think that what happened to Suho is what Si-eun did, and that he's the one responsible for that, whereas he obviously wasn't. Now, did he hit people with some dumbbells and with a fire extinguisher? Yes, that he did do. So I'm sure if you call around in the old neighborhood like they said they did, you would find out exactly what they all did to him, what he did to each and every individual. So that would obviously let his legend grow even higher. And we saw that Go Tech can go. That roundhouse kick where he just flicked the nose, that was pretty impressive. I tore my groin just watching that, watching him be that flexible and do that move. But this show keeps getting better and better. I love that we're getting some new characters. Hopefully, though, it's somehow, some way that Suho can join in on this as well, because we miss him. He was one of my favorite characters. So hopefully we somehow get him back, that he gets fully recovered, because I think him and Baku, they would make a great friendship together.
Yeah, what a shift from episode 1. I feel now like episode 1 was like, hey, we're going to just remind everybody how bad things are in these schools, kind of get you back in that emotional state, like you're angry at what's going on, you feel upset, you feel sad, kind of helpless. They kind of, fed us that, like, well, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? So they kind of got you back in, and then Mason Quinn, I guess world building is kind of a good term for this particular episode. We're introducing new characters, learning more about Hyun-tak, or it looks like they call him Go-tak.
Yeah, they used both.
But Go-tak and Baku. And it's interesting. In class 1, we have the scene with Byung-suk where he's getting chased by one group of bullies and then runs into the other group, and then the group of bullies get into it, and it has this crazy twist where here I wasn't sure what we were going to get out of Go-tak right away, whether he was going to be another quote unquote bad guy, and I still don't know what.
Go-tak or Baku?
Go-tak.
Okay, the guy who was
the blue hoodie that came
blue
in.
hoodie, yeah,
because he was coming after Hyo-man.
Yeah,
He wasn't coming after.
I was in the same boat as you.
Yeah, he wasn't
sure.
He wasn't coming after Si-eun. He was coming after Hyo-man. You know, in the classroom, and then of course the old kick to the nose that was pretty epic. It's like, I'm going to remind you what I could do without having to have the potential risk of being in trouble for kicking somebody in the face. So I thought that was really cool. Shout out to the guy they have playing Gotak. I don't know what his actual name is, but from the fight scenes, you could tell he is a pretty legit martial artist. Very, very skilled. You can, I shouldn't say all the time, but a lot of times you can tell when somebody was trained in martial arts short term for TV or movies. You know, the most obvious, the cast of Cobra Kai, you know, the younger kids. You could tell that they did a great job with it, but you could tell that they were trained. Whereas when they got into the tournament, you could tell those were most of them. I shouldn't say most of them. A lot of them were real martial artists. And here you could very much tell that that Gotak was somebody who was legit, and so I enjoyed the fight scenes with him. So that was pretty cool. The setup, answer, you nailed it. Look, the setup at the basketball clubhouse, that was going to fall flat, right? And I think that's kind of what they're setting up Hyo-man as. Like, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, and so he's got these ideas. How am I going to do this, and how am I going to set it up? And you know, when we saw Gotak and Si-eun kind of come together in that tunnel, Si-eun was just like, you're not going to listen to the story anyway. And we actually saw Jun-tae try to say, hey, there's more to it, right? And I think had Si-eun just been like, this is what happened, it was a total setup, I think Gotak would have listened. I just think Gotak got mad, you know, hit some, you know, kind of sensitive points for Si-eun, and that's when the fight broke out. I was a little surprised that Si-eun went back for the pen. Like, look, stabbing somebody with a pen is not a minor thing, right? Like, you get like, look,
for him, it's effective.
Not encouraging any sort of fighting. A fist fight is one thing. Kicking people in the head, you know, that takes it to a whole different level. But stabbing somebody with a pen, that's not good. And we saw just Si-eun just kind of snap there, right? And the fight was playing out, doing its own thing. And then, of course, when Hyo-man showed up, it made it very obvious that it was a setup. We had the big melee. And look, the introduction of Baku, I don't even know what to think about that. Dude came in with theme music, red hair. He's in slides, and just decides to do this, Air Jordan from the free throw line, basketball to the top. But the weird thing is it looks like he went to the top of the head with it, and just slammed the ball down on his head, knocked him out cold, which I've never seen before. When Diamond Dave breaks it up, yes, if you ever have a basketball thrown at your face and it hits you, like, it's a square in the nose and the mouth, it's not a fun feeling. But this looked like the angle was like right down on the top of the head, just knocked him out cold, and then he shut his theme music off. I love the way they did it, where when he played his theme music, it was part of the soundtrack, and then when he paused it, it was like actually on his phone.
I
so
love that.
some cool audio effects that they did there. But this felt about 100% lighter than the first episode. Obviously very serious tones. And, when we saw, no fighting here because of Baku, I was like, okay, is he going to be like this version of Gil-soo, where he's kind of like, this is my territory, nobody does anything around here without my say, like that sort of control.
That's where they were leading us.
But it was just kind of comical. And he, and Gotak had just he was getting worked pretty good, and he kind of just sat up and was laughing. So I love this episode. Just a 180 really from episode one, as far as the overall feel and where your emotions are at when you wrap up the episode. But again, just say it again, the writing in the show is just top notch.
Yeah, Yoon Tak, I'm starting to dig his character a little bit here. Just a brief that we had because he was ready to take out Yeoman, and those guys obviously have a previous history. So seeing those two kind of square up just a little bit before this fight was actually pretty interesting because I wasn't sure where that was going to go until obviously the story developed throughout this episode. Yeoman is that guy. He's a real piece of work. It's almost like he has no purpose in life, that he's just got to come, I got to do something to cause some kind of chaos.
He's got no purpose.
You know what I mean? I mean, right now his purpose is just stealing cell phones, right?
Keeping the big boss happy.
And I'm talking about like not the character doesn't serve purpose. I'm just saying like the character in this life. It's just, hey, I got to steal cell phones. That's my purpose in life. But the whole build, again, I felt like this was another build to the end here where Si-eun, man, he's been keeping it in. They showed signs that he's still a little depressed, obviously, from what he just experienced in Class 1, Season 1 there. So, and Jun-tae, giving him magnesium, helping him out a little bit, telling him about vitamins. Again, showing, I think he's a brilliant kid. So I think he's going to come in clutch later on in the season when he starts using his brain power a little bit more. Because right now in these kind of confrontations, he kind of freezes up a little bit, which is fair because some of these tensions are pretty high that these kids have.
Well, just the trip he's been on in the last 2 episodes, he goes from being, his lackey getting all the phones to all of a sudden turning it around. I mean, it's a pretty quick arc, really, when you think it's only happened in an episode and a half, really.
Well, and I'm glad that for the most part, he seems to be out of that clique.
Yeah.
That episode, like really, all right, hey, or this episode, I should say, he's out. So I'm actually kind of digging that. I am slightly disappointed to see you now. I know Hyun-tak was, saying some things that was going to get him pushing some buttons, but at the same time, fine. If you want to fight. But man, going for what I classify as a weapon, trying to, all right, nothing really bad happened between you guys, and you're automatically going for like level 5 stabbing there. So it's just like, let's pump those brakes. I was a little disappointed in his actions on that one.
Well, and especially after he was totally able to completely disarm and take away any image of a tough guy that Hyun-tak had in the classroom when he didn't fight back and he dodged his punches, made him fall down, look like a goof. Or Yeoman, when he made him fall down, look like a goof. And he just did it without even having to really do anything. And I thought that was so brilliant that right in front of everybody, he embarrassed them. And now that's how the whole class sees him. And now nobody or most people aren't going to be afraid of him anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how this whole thing's going to turn out because Si-eun's, that's the last thing on his plate is trying to come off as the tough guy, unbeatable guy. He just, again, it wants no part of
be left alone.
Really fighting, considering he knows the actions or consequences of some of this stuff if it goes too far. So, but again, he got pushed here by Hyun-tak. So I'm hoping now because of what we've seen in the intro with Hyun-tak and Baku and Jun-tae, I'm assuming now after this episode we get a good friendship going between the four, and we'll see how that goes moving forward. Well, that was a pretty epic introduction to Baku. I mean,
come on,
coming in with his own cell phone intro music. It was great.
And now, I'm North Carolina.
The Michael Jordan-like jam or Dr. J, however you want to label it, basketball to the head. But I'm curious too now, like, are we going to get some backstories a little bit to kind of show how they are the way they are in school, or if it's just, hey, this is your introductions, this is where we're going to go. So either way, I thought this episode was actually very entertaining. Again, Baku's entrance, epic for an introduction for a character, and he seems like he's going to bring a little bit of comedy where we probably absolutely need it. I mean, I could be wrong on that because this show does do that to you where you think one thing and then boom, next thing happens.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this was the only episode all season that had any comedy and then they just put it right to the floor with the drama and the seriousness, but who knows?
Yeah, so this whole it's a different setup from last season, which I'm enjoying. And now, are the same concepts still there? Yes, but I feel like at least in this episode we had like a couple different camps compared to last season, if I'm remembering right. But man, another banger of an episode in my opinion, and really look forward to seeing how this is going to be rolling now, since I think we got introduced to the majority of the characters. And again, still waiting on the tattooed hand eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't even come out this season, that's fine. But either way, really dug the ride in this one.
All right, well, there you go. That's the first 2 episodes. We're absolutely loving this. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we are. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.